Hi, this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and we have my new intern in here, Jeremy. Jeremy is a veteran of the Navy. He worked on aircraft carrier, right? On F-18s?
Yes, sir, F-18 fighters.
Yep. And you were injured on the carrier, right?
Yeah, I was.
Tell them your story, because this is about veterans who have been through the traditional orthodox medical model, including opioid prescription drugs, and I'll just let you tell your story from here forward.
So I joined the Navy in 2006. I became an aviation electrician's mate. I worked on F-18 fighter jets. My first deployment with the Marine Corps, I had a nasty fall off an aircraft, fell on my side, whiplashed my head into the ground, and little by little the pain got worse, and the pain climaxed about probably 6 or 7 years after that. So it actually took some time, and I was out of the military at the time and in school, and the pain got worse and worse and worse.
But you were going to the Houston VA, right?
And I was going to the Houston VA, and it took a while to get the MRI and to get surgery set up. But they said I had a bulging disc, L5-S1. The pain was radiating down the back of my leg, and they put me on painkillers to hold me off until the surgery. Well, unfortunately, the painkiller thing got a little bit...
Opioids, right?
Yeah, opioid.
Narco.
Yeah, I was prescribed 112 to 120 Norcos a day. So with that many painkillers, you can develop somewhat of a dependency. So I struggled with that for a little bit. The surgery helped. It took away the
immediate sciatica,
but I still had a lot of issues with my lower back. And I got off the painkillers just because I was tired of them. And years went by. I had to lay down every 30 minutes because the pain was so bad, and I didn't have a social life or anything. I was struggling to stay at work, and I was afraid that I was going to go back to painkillers. So I started networking with other veterans, and they told me to check out chiropractic. And I got on YouTube and I found Dr. Johnson's page, and I said, well, I guess I'm going to go check that out. There's a lot of good stories on there. So I got immediate relief in my first visit, and my life's been different ever since. I've been so astonished at the results, and I found my true calling, and that is to become a chiropractor myself, so I can do what he's doing and what he's done, and continue to do it. Yeah, so
I'm not done yet.
With the pain, I found my calling, and I want to give back to veterans the same way he's given back to me. And that's why I'm on the path that I'm going with.
And you've been interning here with us now for several months.
Yes, sir.
And you've seen a whole lot of veterans come through here that were referred here by the VA.
Yeah.
And most of them have similar experiences to you, don't they?
They do.
Where they've been on the pain pills and muscle relaxers, had the surgery.
Physical therapy didn't work.
Physical therapy didn't do any good for them, and they came here and they finally have gotten some relief from the adjustments using the Johnson technique, specifically with the decompression and three-dimensional adjusting. And Jeremy was featured in our documentary too, which I will leave a link on this video when I post it. You know, it's not only important for veterans to receive chiropractic care. If you have a spine, you need to get checked, and in all probability need to be adjusted, because you're walking, moving, and breathing in gravity every single day. So if you have a spine, get adjusted. If you're spineless, don't bother. So anyways, we're gonna show you how we adjust Jeremy here. Okay, so let's have you flex forward and backwards for me there, Jeremy. And then you can see he's wearing his Palmer shirt. He went up to Palmer last week actually, and it's all Tristan up there who's in Palmer right now. Okay. Elvis there. The long and short of this video is that there are very viable alternatives for veterans to receive chiropractic adjustments and not have to take pain medications or undergo surgery if it's not absolutely medically necessary. There you go. Yes, sir.
That's a good one.
Yes, sir. I always know I get a good one when I see happy feet. See, Jeremy's a real pro at relaxing now because he knows what's going to feel better when we get done.
It's into a meditative state.
Yep.
Give glory to God every day.
That's it. We give honor and glory to God for everything in here all day long, every day. There we go. Okay. That's the first thing Renee I do in the morning. You know, and I encourage the VA, if you're watching these videos, to do specific scientific research on the Johnson technique, three-dimensional XYZ axes adjusting, because our veterans deserve the very best of what America has to offer. And if the VA and Palmer or Parker or Life West would do a research project in conjunction with the National Institutes of Health and get those published, I think there would be a much better symbiotic relationship between the medical profession and the chiropractic profession, don't you, Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
There we go, good. It would give veterans better access to drug-free, surgery-free type of care as well. If you're a veteran watching this, feel free to get on our website and request an appointment or send us a contact form, and Renee can tell you how to get in touch with Tri-West, who authorizes all of these veterans to come in here and receive chiropractic care at our office. We have a very good relationship with them. That's the only insurance we take anymore is Tri-West through Veterans Administration, because I feel like veterans deserve the very best of what America has to offer again. So I'm going to thank them for their service by adjusting their spines and getting them back to a better state of health and a better quality of life. Is your quality of life better now than it was a year ago, Jeremy?
Oh, it's a lot better. A lot better. I've been coming here 2 years and my life has completely changed. A lot of my gratitude goes towards the Department of Veteran Affairs and my primary care physician at the VA, who helped me get these visits taken care of and approving me for another round.
And they're seeing the progress
grateful
too, aren't they?
Yes.
I mean, when you go back and visit your primary care docs, they actually get to hear you talk about the progress you're making. Okay, let's come over here and adjust your atlas now. And for all of you who keep asking this question, I've told you this 1,000 times, but this is a high velocity, low amplitude adjusting instrument. It is specific for adjusting the atlas on the x-axis. There we go. So I'm contacting the transverse process on the lateral side of the atlas. On both sides, I'm adjusting the atlas, which reverberates back and forth between the occiput and C2, and then it kind of settles right in its facet joints, and it makes motion much smoother, doesn't it? Does that feel easier to you?
Yes, it did.
So what would be your final word, not final because you'll do more videos than this, but what would you tell your fellow veterans about the benefits of chiropractic care versus traditional orthodox medicine?
So I will say that the VA is a great system, and I'm very grateful that they refer out for the community choice program, TRICARE.
Tri-West, not TRICARE.
Yes.
TRICARE's for active military.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so if physical therapy hasn't worked for you, painkillers, surgeries, anything like that, or you want to avoid those things,
Yeah, better
I
to
highly
avoid it.
recommend coming in and seeing a chiropractor like Dr. Johnson, because it would have saved me a lot of time and heartache, and I most likely would have been able to avoid surgery if I would have knew Dr. Johnson before, but
Right.
it helped me find my calling, so I'm gonna run
Yeah,
with
we
it.
go with what we got, don't we? Yep. Well, this year's Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson, and future chiropractor, Jeremy Higdon, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. We'll see y'all soon.